Welcome to episode 8 of Crocheting in Random Places. Today I am on a road trip to Mount St. Helens in Washington State. I am going to be crocheting pretty much most of the trip in the car just to help pass the time by because it's about a 2-hour drive from Portland, Oregon to the Johnson Ridge Observatory in Toutle, Washington, where we will be going to see the view of Mount St. Helens. Today's square I am crocheting is inspired by Mount St. Helens because that's what I do when I do these crocheting in random places. I do roughly a 12 by 12 square and I use yarn colors to represent kind of like a theme of what I'm crocheting. And so this theme for this square is Mount St. Helens. So I will be using kind of a grass green color, a gray, and like a mixed gray that's got a little bit of like a white and brown in it, a baby blue color for sky, yellow, hunter green, brown, and some black. At the end of the video, I will show you the finished square. I'm doing like the whole mountain and a road trip theme. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I think it turned out pretty good. Spoilers, I know. Anyway, so yeah, this is helping me pass the drive by. I love crocheting in the car on road trips. It's really enjoyable. So while we're sitting here in the car, I guess I could tell you a little bit about Mount St. Helens if you're not familiar with the mountain. It is in Washington State. It's an active stratovolcano. It's located in Skamania County, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest region of the United States. It lies 52 miles northeast of Portland, Oregon, and 98 miles south of Seattle. Mount St. Helens takes its English name from that of the British diplomat Lord St. Helens, a friend of explorer George Vancouver, who surveyed the area in the late 18th century. The volcano is part of the Cascade Volcanic Arc, a segment of the Pacific Ring of Fire. The Mount St. Helens major eruption of May 18th, 1980 remains the deadliest and most economically destructive volcanic event in U.S. history. 57 people were killed, 200 homes, 47 bridges, 15 miles of railways, and 185 miles of highway were destroyed. A massive debris avalanche triggered by a magnitude 5.1 earthquake caused a lateral eruption that reduced the elevation of the mountain summit from 9,677 feet to 8,363 feet, leaving a 1-mile wide horseshoe-shaped crater. The debris avalanche was 0.6 cubic miles in volume. The 1980 eruption disrupted terrestrial ecosystems near the volcano. By contrast, aquatic ecosystems in the area greatly benefited from the amounts of ash, allowing life to multiply rapidly. 6 years after the eruption, most lakes in the area had returned to their normal state. I was about 6 years old when the mountain erupted in May of 1980. I remember playing in the front yard of my home in Portland, Oregon, just like any other normal day as a 6-year-old kid, and ash was falling from the sky. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was snowing, so I remember running in the house and telling my mom, "It's snowing outside," and she didn't believe me. And I'm like, "Mom, it is snowing. Come look." And so she goes out and looks and couldn't believe what she was seeing. So we instantly turned on the TV and it was all over the news, telling everybody that Mount St. Helens had just erupted, like wild and crazy. As a 6-year-old kid, I still remember to this day. So here we are. This is the finished square. I think it turned out good. I added the road at the bottom to represent the road trip. I did that once I got home because it needed that little something, because on the road I crocheted the rest of the square, and so it was just this big green area, just big grass, and it didn't look right. So I quickly whipped together the black and put the yellow through to make it look like a road, and I did that once I got back home. And I really am glad I did, because I think it ties it in a whole lot better and brings in the whole road trip to the theming. So this is Mount St. Helens. We got the little mountain, a tree, a lot of grays in that area, and little sun, because it was a nice sunny day. Although it was a little overcast up closer to the mountain, so we didn't get a really great view of the mountain, but it was still a really, really fun adventure. And I hope you enjoyed my episode 8 of Crocheting in Random Places. I had a great time. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.